Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDO44 coming at you with another video, sitting here in the dark. So, I just got through watching about 15 minutes of Anthony Edwards footage on YouTube, and I've come to a different type of understanding of what kind of player he is. Um, he is much better on the defensive end than I was aware of. He bodies up players and really gets in passing lanes, situations where players think they can pass around him. He's able to tip off and then go the other way. I mean, he's really, really good at, at stealing the basketball, and it's only going to get better. The thing about him is, the analogy that I use, not analogy, but the person that he reminds me of is Lance Stevenson. I say he's a rich man's Lance Stevenson. Like, he's better than Lance, a lot better than Lance, but they kind of remind me of one another in the sense of how they play, their body types. They both are predicated on balance and strength, um, and they both can hit that straightaway 3-point shot very well. Like, that's exactly who he reminds me of. He's like a Lance Stevenson deluxe. You know what I mean? Like the Lance 2.0. And the thing about Anthony Edwards that's extremely exciting is that he seems to be able to play half court and full court. Like, if you're in a half court setting, he tends to be able to do exactly what you need him to do. Um, he could slash. He could make the play for others. He could do all types of things that really you can't teach. He's it's almost like he's a mini Zion out there in a way. I mean, he plays with such force, and he really does body up people well. He doesn't mind banging, and he's only going to get stronger. I think he's 19 years of age at this point, maybe 20, something like that. It's really scary how dominant this young fella has been, and it's just a shame. I looked at his highlights, and every time I look at the score, he's dominating the floor. He's passing the eye test, but the score is always lopsided. He's constantly losing, and it's like, Minnesota got to get their stuff together. I know they're probably tanking at this point, trying to pile up talent. I get it, and I don't want to judge the kid on the team's success in his rookie season, but it didn't help that you know LaMelo was helping affect wins in Charlotte. That did not help when you consider Anthony Edwards is starting to basically dominate the second half of the season while LaMelo dominated the first half of the season. I'll look at that um, as such and figure out who I want to give rookie of the year to at the end, because it's really gonna come down to those two players at this point. And Edwards is gonna make a phenomenal case. I can see that he already has over the last several months. At the start of the season, he wasn't really playing like that. Didn't really get that type of minutes. Still getting his footing, but now that he has it, um, he's just showing us exactly why he was the number one pick in the draft. I said it. I said it that day, when they drafted him, and I said it even before the draft. He should definitely go number one, and the reason why was because of his athleticism and his balance, as I've already said. You can't teach that. You may find players who are, more skilled. You may find somebody who has some more natural talent, although he has plenty. What you're not going to find is a player of his size and strength, with that type of balance and that type of confidence, that type of motor. He's ferocious. He just keeps coming at you, and you're seeing why he's a world class athlete. That's really what it comes down to. This is a world class athlete. Some guys are great basketball players. Some guys are just amazing athletes, and he is definitely an athlete. And his game is growing. You know what I mean? Like I said, he really does have great intangibles on both sides of the floor. Um, and it wasn't a whole lot I could honestly say I learned from the highlights that I saw, because I didn't really see in play sequences. It was just highlights and shot making and things of that nature. So I honestly am not going to sit here and tell you that I know enough about his game as of yet to really say anything about that. But as far as what I saw, just eye-opening plays, constantly keeping me saying, oh ah. I mean, it was 15 minutes of that, and I'm just saying, this kid, I'm starting to think he's gonna be like a very, very special player. You look out there, you say, well, the NBA it's evolving. What we consider great players, we may have to just elevate our thought in regards to these players, because the bar is continuing to be raised by the different level of athletes that are continuing to come into this league. And he is no exception. You think you've seen it all with a guy like LeBron James and Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose, and then here comes a Ja Morant, Donovan Mitchell. It's like you see Giannis out here now. It's like Zion's coming. It's like, what's next? You know what I mean? What's the next freak athlete? And I think here is one right here. Anthony Edwards, he is just that. You think about Zach LaVine, people who could fly out the gym. It's like, where are these dudes coming from? Are they making these dudes in a lab or something? My God, it's crazy. But that's just what it is. It's the evolution of humanity, and it's in its purest form, which is athletics. And this dude, when I think of Anthony Edwards, it's all about balance. From this point on, if you hear me referencing him, it's going to be in understanding that this dude is just going to be able to overpower 90% of the people in front of him. It really doesn't matter if a player is bigger than him or smaller than him. He's just got that type of strength in his body. It's like a football player's body, you know what I mean, on a basketball floor. Extremely under control and very, very, very fast. The thing that concerns me about him is the same thing that concerns me about every high-level athlete. It's injuries. When you have that type of power in your legs and power in your body, sometimes the muscles can't handle what it is that you can handle, especially when you're young. You're not really understanding what the body can do. You're just stepping off, moving around as you feel free. You almost feel like you're invincible. But the reality is, over time, when you're reckless and you don't tend to understand what your body can do, these injuries may pile up, and then suddenly you may have a knee, you may have an ankle, you may have an Achilles over time. It's like those are the things that concern me for all high-level athletes. Players that have next-level jumping ability, next-level running, and all of that, strength and things of that nature. It's just, how are they going to handle the wear and tear of pushing off that strong, you know what I mean, and having that type of body. You wonder if it's going to be a Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose type of situation going on, and you just don't want to see that. But as of right now, there's no reason to even be concerned. This kid looks indestructible. He's out there doing exactly what you want to see him do. He's jumping over people and he's hitting shots and playing defense. So it would be nice if the Minnesota Timberwolves were able to help him as a team and make him look good out there. But they're in the business of losing. We all know that. It's not a secret. But they do have some young talent over there, so I'm hopeful that eventually they'll be able to be competitive out there, or do these players a favor and get them out of there. Anthony Edwards, you want to see a guy like that in a good situation. Karl Anthony Towns, the same thing. D'Angelo Russell, he just came back from injury, same thing. So they got some talent over there. It's just about making sure that they get everybody in place, coaching included, to have some type of success for a change. So that's what I got to say, man. Big up to Anthony Edwards for trying to take control of that Rookie of the Year trophy. I see him. He's going to make a case for that. I still got Melo in the running, and it may come down to who we've seen last, which will be Anthony Edwards. But that's unfortunate because Melo did have a hell of a start to the season. But we'll see. Still a lot of play left to go, and we know that neither one of those teams are going to be playing for a championship or playoff hunt. I don't know that the Hornets are in the playoff hunt as of right now. I got to check the standings, but for certain, Minnesota, we know. So it is what it is. Thank you guys for listening to me. My name is BDF44, and I'm out.